to teach you how to make clafoutis. Clafoutis is a French dessert. It started out in poorer regions where they didn't have a lot of money, and it is a fabulous way to get rid of extra eggs, that tub of sour cream you can never get rid of in time, and milk. Here are the ingredients. This is a super simple dessert. It is delicious and easy to make. So, with no further ado, here we go. You're gonna need 5 eggs, a ½ cup flour. You're gonna want to spoon it in and then level it off so that it's light and fluffy. About a cup of sour cream, about a cup of milk, 3/4 cup sugar. Then you're gonna need a ½ teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of fine salt, and then whatever fruit you're using. This time we are using blueberries. I think there's about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups of blueberries. We'll see how many I can fit in there. It's about a carton of blueberries that have been washed and sorted through. Okay, you're also going to need a medium-sized bowl, a whisk, and a pan to put it in. I'm using a quiche pan. I think it's about 9 inches across. And I have sprayed it and used a little bit of the sugar to help coat it. This means it'll come out a little bit easier. It's going to puff a lot, but it sinks back down, so this will work perfectly. Also, before I forget, now that you've got everything all gathered and ready to go, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375. So to start the process off, you're going to take your eggs, all 5 of them, and the flour, a ½ cup that's leveled and spooned in, and then you're going to whisk everything together until it's pretty well combined. Clafoutis is also a great way to use different kinds of seasonal fruit. I love the blueberries, but you can use other things. I believe cherries are the traditional. I've also done cranberries and Grand Marnier. And let's see, what else is there? Peaches, other stone fruit you can use in this. Apples and pears as well. So it's a pretty versatile dessert to make. I'm going to make it in one large pan, that's just the easiest, but if you wanted to get fancy, because it's kind of hard to serve in a way that's pretty once it's out of the pan, you can use the individual little ramekins or quiche dishes and serve 4 of them from this recipe. Okay, so that's combined pretty well. Now I'm going to combine all my other things. Sugar, 3/4 cup, about a cup of milk, and then a cup of sour cream. This helps keep it really moist and dense. If you've never had a clafoutis before, it's kind of hard to describe. People say it's like a pancake, or Julia Child says it's like a flan. I think it's more like if you've had a baby Dutchman before, that kind of pancake, and sort of a dense cake-like custard. Make sure I get all of that on. Okay. Again, we're just gonna whisk all this together. It's gonna be clumpy, that's okay. I love desserts that are super simple to put together and yet super tasty. That's a lot of supers. I don't know what kind of vanilla you have. I really like Penzeys Pure Vanilla. It's double strength. You don't have to use quite as much. So if you're using a cheaper or vanilla that you think isn't quite as potent, you'll probably want to up your vanilla to maybe 3/4 teaspoon. Again, this is just about half. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Very carefully right now. The sun has filled, so there we go. Whisk that in. Okay, I've kind of got things cleaned up. You can see that this is whisked together. It's come together, but it doesn't have to be super smooth. Next, I'm just gonna pour it in, so hold on very carefully. And then the next thing we're gonna do is see how many of these blueberries we can get in there. I just do a nice random scatter. You can put in as much fruit as it will hold and that you like. I happen to like mine to be super blueberry. I did the most basic version of this recipe that you can do, but if you wanted to snazz it up, it would be really super simple. You could take some orange peel and, what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you could use some orange peel or some lemon peel and mix it in and make sort of a blueberry orange, blueberry lemon. You can also, if you're using cherries or other fruit that will soak up alcohol, you can put that in it. Then it's more of a fancy dessert. So you would take like cherries, half them and let them sit in some brandy for like a good half hour, a good hour, and then you would add that to the fruit. As I said before, I've actually made a cranberry version. It was still pretty tart, but I added Grand Marnier to the batter and orange peel. Okay, so we are set. You're just gonna put that in your oven at 375 and bake until it's done, which will be roughly about 30 minutes. Like I said, it will puff up really big and then it will all kind of settle down. Once it's done, you can just powder it with some powdered sugar and serve it straight from there. All right, and like I said, in it goes, easy peasy. This is probably the trickiest part right here. Success. And then, again, set your timer for about 30 minutes. Keep your eye on it. You'll know when it's done. It will be nice and puffy. Thanks for watching. Bye.